Hello everyone, Ace here, and today let's talk about the recent Twitch bans of both Hasan Piker and Vaush, and why I do not personally agree with these bans. Now don't get me wrong, there is definitely some irony at play here, when both individuals have a history of supporting social media doing these sorts of things, and effectively advocating for censorship on their own in the process, so you could make the case that this is an example of karma at play, but even then I still do not support them actually getting banned. And there are a few reasons why, both on principle and for more pragmatic reasons. First of all, I have always been an advocate of free speech, even when it is speech that I do not personally agree with. And it has also been my opinion that social media should be treated as a public forum, and thus that the only responsibilities of moderation on the part of social media should be against content that is blatantly illegal, such as, for example, snuff films. So the fact that social media is instead actively engaging in censorship remains a major issue regardless of who they censor. So that's the main reason from a principled standpoint. But allow me to also move on to a more pragmatic reason, that being the fact that by censoring both Hasan Piker and Vaush, social media has effectively taken away the ability for both of these men to make their ideology look terrible, which they both have done in the past. Such as when, for example, Vaush tried to make the argument that the truth about the Holocaust is merely a power grab. And yes, that is what he said in context.
For example, if a person was running around murdering others and I talked to him and he said he thought...
But you can't justify doing that is the issue.
Why do you keep repeating this? This is insane.
Because
Obviously.
that's the absurdity I'm trying to highlight.
It's not a matter of absurdity. It's how the world works. I think it's a fact of the world. I don't think you can empirically justify any of this. All of history and all of thought is just power grabs between people who can decide subjectively whether or not their positions are better than others.
Power grabs.
Unironically,
wow.
In some cases,
the truth of whether the Holocaust happened, a power grab.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Well, with that, I'm gonna peace out because I've never.
You didn't make a single argument. You cock.
What you've just said really makes
literally. Yes. You're.
But getting back to my point, this revealing information was only possible because Vaush was allowed to speak, which again he should be allowed to because he does have that right. But had he not been allowed to speak, then we wouldn't have had such an amazing insight into the mind of one of the most popular far leftist speakers at this time. Now, of course, longtime viewers will know what I am getting at, because highlighting the stupid things that far leftists say has been something of a modus operandi for my channel. However, I do need to stress again that ultimately the greatest asset to countering the far left is to use their own rhetoric and quotes against them. In particular, rhetoric and quotes that are provided in context. In other words, whenever someone like Vaush or Hasan Piker decide to argue that they are against racism and then go on to deliberately say something racist, they shouldn't be censored for it, and instead should be highlighted for it. And it should directly be tied to their ideology where appropriate. In other words, it should be made sure that as many people as possible make a connection between racism and the far leftist worldview of collectivism. So needless to say, I do on principle believe that Hasan Piker and Vaush should not have been banned, even though I still think it is ironic that both of them advocated for censorship and effectively have gotten what they wanted in this situation, or at least what they thought they wanted. But also it should be noted that there are also pragmatic reasons for why I do not want these two individuals banned. So overall, those are the main reasons why I am against this example of censorship. And honestly, I hope that Vaush and Hasan Piker have more opportunities in the future to say things that are simply detrimental to their own ideology. But in any case, this has been Ace. Hope to see you guys again soon. Take care. Ace out.